All right, correcting some typos on the overlay. On the left, we have Zach on Doomsday. On the right, we have Jacob with the Batman sleeves and Pro Tour Either Drift playmat as usual on 5-color Beans. These are 2 top players in the New York City area, and this should be a good one. At least as far as skill level is concerned, this is maxed out 90s MTG experience right now. Turn 1 Ponder for Zach. I just don't know if the player sat down knowing what the other was going to be playing. I'm pretty sure at this point most of the locals know that Zach is on Doomsday and that Jacob is on Beans, but both players do switch it up a bit. Dextro is excited for some Beans. Feels like a long time ago at this point. Or maybe it was recently. I don't know. Depends how you look at it. But people were calling for bans of Up the Beanstalk. The way to solve the format and solve the format's issues will be to ban Up the Beanstalk and whatever. Up the Beanstalk has become, in my opinion, an excellent part of Legacy. And there is one right on cue. It looks like it resolves. Yeah, on this channel, we'll see wrong tokens, at least one illegal play, and players laughing and coughing in the background. Sadly, that's true. If you're new to the 90s MTG experience, there will be one game rule violation, at least one wrong token. And for some reason, people laughing and coughing in the background is just a consistent thing. By the way, and this is true, the people that cough, we throw them the hell out. Just get the hell out. One cough, you're out. Here's Doomsday.
Sure. Results? Yeah.
Well, the deck is called Doomsday. Chances are, if you are the Force of Will player, you're going to counter the spell that the deck is named after. It resolved, and that could be a bad sign for Jacob, but we're going to have to see how this plays out. And if you've been following us, Zach did quite well at the North America Legacy Eternal Weekend with Doomsday, and is quite a beast with this deck, and consistently trying new things as well. There's always something weird in Zach's build that nobody was expecting. We saw a couple of really crazy plays with Zach on Doomsday on stream recently. So now Jacob looking through the deck, I spotted a Flusterstorm. He's going to be counting the counter spells that are left in there. And just, kind of verifying the stockness of this build, so to speak. Zach's decks do tend to be the turbo version, at least recently, with Personal Tutor and stuff like that. Yeah, Darth making some great points in the chat. We're not sure about Jacob's list, and Jacob changes his list on a regular basis. Sometimes he posts his list in our Discord server, by the way. Another copy of the Beanstalk. That's not really interaction. But Wasteland, not super relevant at this point. Force of Will, pretty much irrelevant, assuming we have Cavern of Souls in the mix. Dress Down, maybe? Here's a Ponder. That's also not interaction. A card that I think potentially Jacob could be running that could be relevant here is Endurance. I just don't know if he has it. Solitude, Source of Plowshares occasionally could be relevant against Doomsday because you remove that's a Zoracle with its trigger on the stack sometimes, and that's enough. But all right, cycling 2 copies of Street Wraith, 3 copies of Street Wraith, 1 card left in the library. There's Cavern of Souls as expected. It looks like Force of Will back up in Edge of Autumn, draw the last card. Force of Will back up in Jacob's hand, and that is a scoop. Zach takes game 1. So a pretty Doomsday-esque game 1. Now, game 2, Jacob will no doubt be better prepared after sideboarding. 1 card on the bottom, multi-6, turn 1, Tameo. Okay.
See, ponder.
There was a lot of discussion after the bans of Entomb and Nadu about the new metagame and how it's going to be warped around Tameo and the One Ring. I know we're only a couple of weeks in, but are those concerns simmering down in your opinion, chat? Are we kind of settling into a happy place with this new metagame, or are people upset? How's everybody feeling right now?
Shoving over here. Alright, I'm gonna go to combat. Yeah, trigger.
Tameo attacks. Makes a clue. I spotted Doomsday in Zach's hand. There's a... What the heck is that card? Is that Dragon Ball? I have no idea. There's a Brainstorm for Jacob. So, a Spider-Man Brainstorm in Batman's sleeves. Is that legal?
Plus Tameo. Get a visible dice.
Does anybody watching right now remember the Batman Wolverine hybrid character and then the Spider-Man? I don't remember who Spider-Man was like meshed with. If anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about, please remind me who Spider-Man was paired up with. Amalgam. Yeah, but I don't remember which one was Spider-Man. I think Wolverine Batman was called like Dark Blade or something. I don't know. All right, here's a Brainstorm for Zach. Looks like it's the OG art, chat, right? Some of you are obsessed with the OG stuff. Dextro says, I hope Jacob's on Spider-Man Ponders as well, or I'm going to be mad. You know, it's clear that Jacob's not messing around. Stay tuned. Dark Claw. Yeah, Batman Wolverine. Wow.
Okay.
Maybe Spider-Man didn't have one. I don't know. That's a meticulous archive. We're going to surveil. Oh, Spider-Man was with Superboy. I do remember that. It was kind of corny. Akira, thank you for the sub with Prime. 19 months. Appreciate that.
Put this Tundra in the yard. Go to my turn? Yep. Draw.
So Tameo's at 4 loyalty. Looks like Zach's holding a Thoughtseize as well. Could be interesting.
I'm gonna fetch. Yeah.
Mr. Arch knows what's up. Oh, I'll have to look at that later. A wiki of the Amalgam comic characters. I had a few of them in my little kid comic collection back in the day.
Okay.
So Tameo up to 6 loyalty. Teferi. Teferi could actually be disruptive against Doomsday in some ways. All right. Force pitching Flusterstorm on Teferi. Teferi is countered. The Dragon Ball card or whatever that is on Jacob's side is a clue, by the way, in case you just joined us and you're confused. Undercity Sewer, Surveil for Zach. All right. Zach is surveilling and dumps a Ponder. Okay.
Okay. Tap, keep draw. Strand, crack it. See if we can jam a Doomsday.
Okay, Doomsday has hit the stack. This time it looks like interaction, force pitching force on Doomsday. It's countered.
And I'll shuffle and pass to you.
Wait, why is he shuffling? Oh, he just fetched. Okay. Dr. Pepper is here, jamming some bagels as usual. I want to take a moment while we're thinking about plays here to thank everybody. It's been an awesome year, doing these live streams and hanging out with all of you in the chat, and those of you watching later on YouTube. Even if you're just lurking, is lurking a thing on YouTube? Even if you're not writing comments and engaging in that way, you're checking out the show and enjoying it. I hope. Thanks everybody for sticking with us. I mean, we have people in the chat with in the live chat here with all kinds of badges, and some of them have been with us for quite a while. Sometimes I see these resubs come in, and it's like 3 years, 4 years, 5, and even like the 6 months ones. It's like it's kind of humbling in a way. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Dr. Pepper just gifted a sub, 16 now on the channel. Thank you, Dr. Pepper. I appreciate your support. So Tamio has minus. A Force Wheel was returned to hand. That'll come in handy later. We're against combo here. We're not looking to ultimate Tamio. We're looking to build our defenses. Bloodstained Mire gets cracked. Thank you, Jerry Dice, as well. NutriGround, thank you for the resub at Tier 1, 5 months. What up, NutriGround? And NutriGround says, great seeing you playing your match at Game Story. I did see NutriGround yesterday, and I was like, what up? And then I turned, I glanced over again. He was gone. He disappeared like Batman. Scott, thank you for, whoa, the chat's going crazy. Scott, thank you for 5 gifted subs. 390 on the channel for Scott. Scott, number 1 on our all-time leaderboard. Thank you so much, Scott. Tony Gervetto is here. Thank you for the resub. 65 months for Tony. 65 months. I mean, thank you, Tony. I've had a chance to hang out with Tony a bunch over the years. Appreciate you, Tony. Tony was one of our first ever subs, by the way. Neutral Ground just gifted 10 subs. Thank you, Neutral Ground. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so I was thanking everybody. Sometimes people who watch this later on YouTube. He's not even giving analysis. I was thanking people for supporting the channel. I mean, so a Doomsday is happening now, it looks like, and Jacob's hand is face up on the table after a Thoughtseize. It's not looking good for Jacob, folks, TBH. Mr. Art says he's not even giving analysis. How will I update my spreadsheets? Yeah. This guy's not even talking about the games. At least the negative feedback on this channel is about like my job performance and not like personal attacks or whatever, but some of it is so funny. Oh, well. All right, Jacob's looking through the deck, trying to figure out what the move is going forward here. The Doomsday has resolved. There are 5 cards in Zach's deck, 2 cards, it looks like, in Zach's hand. And you could see Jacob is just counting the counter spells left in the deck, but trying not to make it too obvious. Spotted a couple of Force of Wills. Jacob noticed here.
This is like
you gotta, when you're looking through the Doomsday pile, Doomsday players deck, you have to kind of play it. Oh yeah, I just wanted to see how many basic islands you were running. You
played modern, but like that's the deck I would want to play.
Yeah,
kind of. I think it speaks to the same. Yeah, it's all good, man. And I'll pass to you. Yeah, it speaks to like the puzzle side of things.
Did we just have a really delayed alert? What just happened?
I think I need to.
Thank you for all the subs. We're in a hype train right now. 2 minutes left on that. You could sub, gift a sub, cheer some bits, move that thing along, and potentially get the coveted hype train conductor badge.
Last turn.
Taller Eric has showed up. Just concede, Jacob, you've lost. Oh, wow.
Second Street Wraith.
All right, cycling Street Wraith. Taller Eric went on an unbelievable run. Round of applause for Taller Eric, please, in the chat.
Ledge of Autumn.
At Eternal Week in Europe, Taller Eric dominant.
Second Ledge of Autumn. Okay.
All right, your Edge of Autumn number 2 has been cycled here. There's Cavern of Souls now. No cards left in the library. And Das is Oracle.
One blue floating still. I'll respond. Okay.
Fire off the brainstorm, find that removal.
One card in hand.
It looks like Zach has 1 card in hand. No cards in the library. There's not a lot of interaction Zach's going to have here.
Response to the cast.
We're on the edges of our seats. Okay, I think it was clarified this is in response to the cast, not in response to the enters ability.
Yeah. It's all interaction, but none of it that matters.
All right, it sounds like
Yeah.
all interaction, but nothing that matters.
Oh, just like things
Because
here.
you consign,
Gotcha.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I think I said removal, but I meant like stifle or whatever. But anyway,
Not that I have that.
Zach takes the match. Well played. GG's.